David! No, David! Talk to me!
Today we did the Every 15 Minutes program, day one. It's actually a 2-day program at Johansen High School here in Modesto. The goal of the program is to educate the teens here on campus the dangers of what can happen when teens get out there and drink and drive. Also to educate them that they want to be really careful not to get in the car with someone that's been drinking driving. A lot of the tragedies that happen, it's the teens that get in the car. The drunk driver lives, but it's a teen that gets in the car with the drunk driver that loses their life, or it's somebody in another car. For the drunk drivers themselves, we try to educate the teens that they're going to face serious fines, penalties, and possibly time in state prison, especially when somebody dies as a result of their drinking and driving. I know usually day two, which is going to happen here at Johansen High School tomorrow, is the funeral assembly that we do in the gymnasium, and that's usually a really somber time, and you see a lot of tears up in the crowds and the realization of what you can lose when you make bad choices. When you decide to go out and drink and then get in a car and drive home, you can lose your life, you can take away the life of a son or a daughter and ruin those parents' lives, and there's a lot of people that are affected, and they usually really take it to heart through this program. We try to make it as realistic as possible. We want to give them the picture. That's why we have the helicopter come in and land. That's why we have fire crews out here that use the jaws of life. We have police officers that administer field sobriety tests. And then we actually are going to take them to the jail. One of the students will go to the jail facility today and see what that's like. Another person that died here on scene is going to go to the coroner's office. They're going to see what that's like. And then the other two are going to go to Memorial, the emergency room, and they're going to see what that's like. So they're going to get to see all facets of what happens when one of these tragic DUI crashes happen. And we try to make it as real as possible so that the students and the teens, they really understand, this is for real, this really does happen. And that's the whole program. When the grant and the program was created, the statistic was every 15 minutes someone is killed or seriously injured in a DUI-related incident. So fortunately for us, the statistics are a little bit better now. It's not at every 15 minutes, it's gone up because we've lowered that rate a little bit, I think, through this program. But that's the reality, is somewhere across the United States, people are dying in DUI-related incidents. It's really great for the students to get involved. We have students that are involved from day one through the program. There's students that are involved in the collision. There's students that are pulled from classroom, and the students really get into it. And we're doing 11 every 50-minute programs across Stanislaus counties this year, and I coordinate all 11 of them through Modesto CHP, and it's really been fun to work with all the students and see how involved into it they get, and then they take it back, and hopefully if they're at a party and they see someone getting in a car behind the wheel that's been drinking, they're going to step in and say, no man, don't do it, it's not worth it. I've seen not the reality of what can happen, but I've gotten a pretty good picture of what can happen.
I think you had too much to drink tonight. You need to place under arrest for driving under the